To celebrate my mother's 60th birthday, I decided to make a rare visit to my parents' house. My older brother and his wife were also coming, so it would be a gathering of the whole family after a long time. Carrying a present and a bouquet, I headed towards my childhood home, thinking now how happy my mother would be. As we sat down for dinner together, my sister-in-law laughed scornfully. Pasta salad, are you that poor? No, pasta salad is my mother's favorite. Pasta salad is just ridiculous. You should at least get sushi, she said, belittling everything I had cooked with heartfelt effort. Feeling humiliated and frustrated, tears welled up in my eyes. Amidst my sister-in-law's smirk smile, it was my mother who spoke up. I see. Well, this will be the last time we meet, then. While everyone was puzzled by her words, only my sister-in-law muttered quietly, And so, it didn't take long for the meaning behind my mother's words to become clear. My name is Alice, a 29-year-old woman. After graduating from a graduate program in the sciences, I work as a researcher at a major cosmetics company. I'll be turning 30 soon. While my friends have long since got married and had children, I don't even have a boyfriend. But if you were to ask me if my current life is unhappy, it's not entirely true. I've always admired research work, and now I have a job in that field. My parents at home are healthy and doing well. I have a slightly unreliable but kind older brother, and I have many friends of my own. I think getting married and having children is one form of happiness, but I was content with my current life. While living such a life, I received news 2 months ago that my older brother Albert got married. Albert is 35, 6 years older than me. It's neither too early nor too late to get married at that age, but it's a reasonable age when considering having children. Half a year ago, my brother told me he had something to ask about and asked me to visit our parents' house. When I arrived, Albert had already returned home, and there was an unfamiliar woman next to him. This is my girlfriend. Isn't she incredibly beautiful? That's how my brother introduced her. Anne had a well-groomed appearance and a good figure. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but Albert isn't that handsome. He has an average physique, and if I were to point out one thing, it would be his slightly tall height. I genuinely wondered why Anne had fallen in love with my brother, so I casually asked her about it. Anne, why did you marry my brother when you were such a beautiful person? In response to my words, Albert jokingly got angry. That's rude. Anne smiled gently and answered my question. You know, Alice, Albert is truly kind and a good person. Well, I do think he's kind, but aren't there many more wonderful men around you, Anne? Anne replied, saying, That's not true. I choose Albert because I believe he will love me the most. I see. Well, it's kind of you to choose my ordinary brother, despite being such a beautiful person like Anne. Upon hearing my words, Anne laughed and replied, Alice, you are funny. I genuinely believe that as long as I can be with Albert, that's all that matters. Anne nodded, and our conversation made our parents laugh as well. My brother pouted for a moment, but quickly smiled, influenced by the atmosphere. And so, 2 months ago, my brother's engagement was confirmed, followed by their marriage registration. Afterward, the newlyweds moved to a prime location, a high-rise condo, and began their married life. However, I had a slight question in my mind. Frankly speaking, my brother is not the type of person who dreams of living in a high-rise condo. The apartment where he had been living alone should have been spacious enough for a couple. So, why did they choose to move to such an expensive high-rise condo? It was a genuine curiosity. One day, I decided to call my brother to discuss plans for our married birthday celebration next month. "Hello?" My brother answered, and I quickly got to the main topic. "Hey, bro, do you remember that our married birthday is next month?" "Of course, I mean this year she turned 60, right? It's a significant milestone, so I made sure to note it in my planner." "Impressive. So what should we do this year? Take her on a trip or something?" "A trip? I really want to take her somewhere, but I'm a bit swamped with work right now." I see, big bro, you are always busy with work." My brother has always been extremely talented. After graduating from a prestigious private university, he joined a financial company. At the age of 35, he already holds a high position and earns significantly more than others in his age group. However, his job is demanding, and recently he has even been working on weekends. While I wanted to do something special for our marriage 60th celebration, it wouldn't make sense without my brother. I was pondering if there were any good ideas when my brother happily spoke up. "Hey, Alice, traveling might be a good idea, but try to remember Mom's personality." "Haha, what do you mean?" "Mom has always enjoyed having everyone gathered at home. Even after we became working adults, we took her on trips or surprised her with outings. But when was she most happy?" "That would be when you and I came back home and we all had dinner together." "Exactly. That's it. And if Mom says she wants to go on a trip, we can plan that for another day. But on her actual birthday, how about going back to our hometown, having dinner together at home?" "Yeah, I think that's a fantastic idea." I had been thinking about what would make me happy and what would bring me joy, but Mom was different. She had always said that the happiest moments were when we all sat down together and had a meal. It was her 60th birthday celebration, and I wanted to do something that would truly make her happy. As we excitedly discussed this with my brother, we heard a voice from the other end of the phone. "Wait a minute, it's her 60th birthday, and you are just having dinner? Shouldn't you go on a trip?" It was my brother's wife, Anne, speaking, but her voice sounded quite different from what I had heard before, rather subdued. The two of them started their exchange on the phone. "And I was just talking to Alice, and Mom is happiest when we all have dinner together." "Well, I wouldn't be happy with that kind of celebration." "That's why I'm talking about our mom right now." "I can't believe it. I was getting excited about going on a trip. Seriously, you were useless." "Silly. Don't get so upset. Oh, wait a second, I could hear my brother's disappointed voice as if he had sighed. In a low voice, so that Anne wouldn't hear, I asked my brother, "Hey, brother, was that your wife just now?" Yeah, looks like I made her mad again." Again? What does that mean? Well, lately, I've been unintentionally angering Anne. I didn't think I was saying anything weird, but she's been getting really upset. I see, but based on the conversation just now, it felt like she was unreasonably angry, didn't it? That's when I asked my brother about something that had been bothering me. Hey, brother, I've been curious about this for a while, but why did you move to a high-rise condo? Well, the apartment you used to live in was spacious enough, so why did you choose a high-rise condo? My question made my brother fall silent. Thinking that I had asked something inappropriate, I tried to change the subject. But just as I was about to do so, my brother began speaking quietly. Actually, I wanted to move to this high-rise condo. Your wife? But even if she wanted to move, she didn't have to decide on a high-rise condo so quickly. I had no choice. She threatened to divorce me if we didn't move occasionally. Wait, what? That's just an empty threat. But we had just got married, and I didn't want to get a divorce. My brother explained the situation in a hesitant manner. On the other hand, anger towards my sister-in-law was bubbling up inside me. Threatening to divorce if you don't move to a high-rise condo. That's just too much. Of course, it's not only your fault for not refusing, but still, she's just taking advantage of your kind nature. However, I thought that if I expressed my anger now, my brother would be disheartened, so I continued the conversation, maintaining a tone of caution towards my sister-in-law. Hey, bro, I think your kind nature is really great, but this is clearly being taken advantage of. I know, but everyone in the family was happy about my marriage to Anne, so I was happy too, but that's because I thought your wife was a wonderful person. Hearing the current situation changed my impression, and I don't really care if you get a divorce. But Dad and Mom. Well, in the end, it's your decision, so do what you want. Just remember that it's too late to regret later. You understand, thanks Alice. When we ended the call, my brother seemed somewhat down. I thought I may have said too much, but considering my brother's well-being, it was better to be clear and firm. Besides, even if my brother was happily accepted into the family, being with someone as selfish as Anne wouldn't bring him happiness. If he's considering remarriage, it's better to get divorced sooner rather than later due to his age. Well, in the end, it's your decision, brother. I became strict in my desire for my brother's happiness. Even if my brother is unjustifiably angered by Anne, he may still find happiness in being with her. I realized it wasn't my place to interfere in my brother's marriage. With that realization, I became a little calmer. Afterward, I maintained regular contact with my brother, and in the end, we decided to celebrate our married 60th birthday at our parents' house. My brother brought a cake and a turkey, while I planned to cook our married favorite dishes in advance. 1 month later, on our married 60th birthday, I arrived at my parents' house 2 hours early with a gift and a bouquet of flowers. I took charge of the kitchen. Today, I was going to make my mother's favorite dish, pasta salad. It might seem like a plain dish for a celebration, but my mother absolutely loved pasta salad. It was the first time she would taste my cooking. So I saw it as a great opportunity. I had already informed my father of the plan, and he took my brother out for the afternoon. That left me alone to prepare the meal. A few hours later, my brother and his wife returned home before our parents. They carried a cake and a turkey, placing them on the table. Just as they finished arranging the glass plates, our parents arrived. When my mother saw the feast on the table, her eyes sparkled with joy. "Oh, wow! What's all this? So much food!" "Mother, today is your birthday, right? We wanted to celebrate your 60th with everyone." "Oh, is that so? I'm so happy. Thank you, everyone." "Of course, now, Mother, since it's your special day, please have a seat right here." My brother helped our mother to her seat and gave me a signal with his eyes. Seeing it, I carefully plated the delicious pasta salad and brought it over to our mother. When I placed the dish in front of her, she looked surprised and asked me, "Oh, Alice, this is..." "Yes, it's your favorite pasta salad. I made it for you." Tears welled up in my mother's eyes as she struggled to find the words. At that moment, my sister-in-law suddenly burst into laughter. "Ha ha ha ha! Alice, really? This is just too much. You have no sense, do you? It's not normal to serve these kind of things at a celebration." Her laughter filled the room, and silence fell upon us. My brother seemed like he wanted to say something but remained timid. Amidst the tension, I couldn't hold back and retorted, "Wait a minute, there's no need to say it like that." What's the deal with pasta salad? Are you that poor?" "No, pasta salad is our mother's favorite." "Pasta salad is unacceptable? Why do you go buy some sushi then?" I had put my heart into cooking the dish, hoping to make my mother happy, but she completely belittled it. To be subjected to sushi insults, it brought forth tears of anger and frustration. Why did it have to come to this? All I wanted was for my mother to be pleased. Amidst my sister-in-law's smirk, it was my mother who spoke up with a smile. "Well then, today will be the last time I see you." While everyone was confused, my sister-in-law quietly muttered, "Huh?" With her mouth wide open in shock, my mother spoke firmly. "Didn't you hear me? I said I would never see you again. Could you please leave this house immediately?" Wait, mother, what are you saying?" "You don't understand what I'm saying? Please leave right now." "Wait, I was only speaking up for my mother-in-law." In response to my sister-in-law's statement, my mother softly asked if it was for my sake, and desperately pleaded with my mother. "Yes, that's right. I wouldn't send my mother-in-law something like pasta salad. Look, I even brought her cake and a turkey today." "Those were bought with Albert's money, right?" "What have you given me?" Suddenly moving to a high-rise condo, I found it suspicious. I had you quit your job right after getting married. If that's true, then you should at least save a little. Even if Oliver earns well, he's not the type to spend money recklessly. It seems my mother had already noticed my sister-in-law's hidden side. When confronted, my sister-in-law didn't apologize to everyone but instead became completely defiant. "Well, what about it? I just graced this gloomy 60th birthday celebration with my presence. You should be grateful. A regular guy like him wouldn't find a bride without money, right? So that's your true nature. Well, I don't care about you guys anymore. I don't ever have anything to do with you again. Albert will do anything I ask him to, after all. Really? Is that so, Albert? As my mother asked, I also looked at my brother's face. It wasn't the helpless brother from earlier. Instead, I saw a determined expression on his face. That's not true. Anne's face twitched in response to my brother's words, staring her down. My brother raised his voice in anger. Don't screw with me. You've been belittling my family all this time. Wait, why? You always used to listen to everything I said. I've had enough of your selfishness. If it were just me, it might be tolerable. But if you are going to treat my mother and Alice that way, I can't take it anymore. Wait, I was just speaking the truth. The truth? Cut it out already. Don't you realize how out of touch you are? I was a fool to be deceived by your sweet act. I'm divorcing you. No way! Finally realizing her situation, my sister-in-law desperately pleaded with a forced smile. However, my brother didn't even look at her and bowed his head to me. Always, I'm sorry, you were giving me advice too. Yeah, it can't be helped, big brother. You're a kind person. But my kindness was misplaced, right? That's not true. You just chose the wrong person to be kind to. Kindness is one of your strengths, big brother. Always, I'm sorry, thank you. After my mother reprimanded her, it seemed that my brother's anger had also been ignited. Thanks to that, we were able to drive away my sister-in-law who had shown her true colors. Afterward, my brother demanded a divorce from Anne. At first, she hesitated, but with the news reaching my parents as well, Anne reluctantly signed the divorce papers. She was moved her parents' support but found herself living alone without anyone to rely on. It seems that my sister-in-law is currently working night shifts at live-in jobs. Rumor has it that she is in debt and even supporting a man. Truly an irredeemable person. A year has passed since then, and my brother has found a new girlfriend. This time the partner is a very gentle and adorable woman with a lovely smile. Although she has a mischievous side, that's probably what captured my brother's heart. They are unmistakably well-suited couple. My parents and I sincerely wish for my brother's happiness. This time, I hope my brother can enjoy a happy married life.